Well, you have to go live first.
I am.
Are you live right now?
I am live. Hey, everybody. We're trying to figure a couple things out here tonight. We're going to see if we can do a split screen. If it doesn't work, then we're just going to do it the way we always do it. So bear with us.
There you are. I'm going to make you mute you.
We've got a couple people on with us. Let me see if I can find me. Hey everybody, let me know if you can hear me okay. If you can hear me, you can either give me a thumbs up or say hello. That'd be great. Elaine. Hey Elaine, thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, there we go, we got some thumbs up, so that means people can hear us. I've got Casey sitting across the table from me tonight. And she's gonna, so if you have any questions tonight, you can go ahead and ask her. And she will let me know, but she's also gonna be painting along with us tonight. Did you wanna come over and say hello to anybody tonight,
Yeah,
please?
hold on.
You wanna do it a little bit?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this split screen real quick.
I'm gonna let a few more people get logged on before we get started. I hope everyone is having a great day. We're heading into hump day tomorrow, thank goodness. I feel like once I get past my lives, that it just kind of picks up speed and gets me through to the weekend. It's awesome. How many of you are going to be painting with us tonight? Anybody going to be painting with us tonight? Oh, I'm gonna go close this door right here. I've got my grandkids over here tonight, just so that we don't hear them. So hold on one second. All right, so tonight we are going to be painting Mr. and Mrs. Claus. So we've got Mrs. Claus here. And then we're also going to be doing Mr. Claus. And then Casey gave you all the links to the files. She also gave you all the links to the belt for Santa. And then we're all going to be using the caulk from the Dollar Tree. It's the same stuff that we used last week. And we're going to use some gold wire. This is wire that I have had for many years that I've crafted. It's just a real thin gold wire. You could also use a thicker wire or just use whatever you have. And then of course the luggage tag buckles. We're going to use those to do a belt for Santa. Miss Katie, you did join us tonight. Oh, on the car speakers. Please be safe driving. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get everybody tilted down. Are we good to start, Casey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and point you down, and we'll go ahead and get started, okay? There we go. Okay. Hopefully there's not too much of a shadow there. Does that look okay, Casey? There's not a shadow on it. There we go. Yep, it looks good. Okay, we're going to start with the red color tonight. So the set comes, if you haven't cut it yet, you can see all the pieces that it comes with. So you have the base piece for Santa here, and then he's all scored. You have his beard and his hat that layers on, his mustache, his hat brim, and then his little pom-pom for his hat. Okay, so that's Santa. And then Mrs. Claus, her base piece with everything scored, her hair up in a bun. I just love that. I think it's so stinking cute. Hi, Ton, how are you? I hope you're having a good night tonight. and then her apron. And when you line her apron up with the bottom, you're going to see that it sticks up a little on the top here, but that's what you want. You want it to look dimensional. And then we also have a piece to go in her hair, and you can put this wherever you want. So we're going to get started with Antique Red is the color that we're going to do for her dress and then Santa's suit. And we're going to put those on with a baby wipe. So get your baby wipes handy. Ton, you're going to come see us on the 11th. Yay! That'll be nice. I can't wait to meet you. I feel like you're one of my soul sisters because we've known you so long. Okay. Let's get started here. So you're just going to dab some of your color, and then I like to tap some of it off. What's that? Is it a little dark? I'm going to tap some of that off, and then I'm going to start coloring his hat. I'm going to do the hat portion here, and you don't have to worry if it overlaps on these two pieces because those are going to be covered up. And then just give it a wipe to get some of that color off because you want to be able to go back and shade on that. And we're going to do the same with his suit. And then try to avoid this area as much as you can. But you don't have to worry about getting it on the beard part. And there we go. Get a little bit more paint. Dab some of it off. We're going to do this side. I love painting with baby wipes. It just makes things go so quick, especially if you have a lot of orders to do. These are wonderful. Okay, so we've got his suit painted. Now let's go on to Mrs. Claus. We're going to do her dress. Her apron overlays on this, so you don't need to worry about that. The only thing that doesn't overlay is on her collar here, but these are going to get painted a solid white, so if you get some in there, you should be okay. I know it looks messy. It's going to look messy before it gets pretty. Am I going to use chalking on the jacket? Actually, no. I'm going to use some shading on his jacket fur. I'm going to use gray clouds for some shading on that fur. And you know what? A lot of it doesn't show because once you get that buckle on, you really can't see too much of his fur area there. But you know what? The colored pencils would be a cute idea. I like that idea. I saw a fellow crafter using our paint technique with her group yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Katie over at Junk to Jewels was using some of that. Okay, so we've got those painted. We're going to let the red dry, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our white. So for the white, we are using white flour.
I figured it out.
Put a little bit of that on here. You got it figured out, Casey?
Yeah.
Is it something we'll have to do next time?
No, I mean, I can do it. I just don't know if that's gonna alter their view.
Yeah. We'll try it. We'll give it a try when we don't have a tutorial going on. How's that?
It is a tiny bow. It's a very tiny bow.
Okay.
But it's a cute tiny bow.
It is a cute tiny bow. Okay, we're going to paint her apron. And all of her apron is white. And then we'll go back and shade the ruffle with some of our green. And we're going to do a little buffalo check on her pockets. Buffalo check is still strong. Is it more of a plaid?
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it is more of a plaid with those other lines. It is more of a plaid. You're right. Okay. I'm going to check all my sides because I know the last time I was painting white I never did go back and check my sides, but make sure all my sides are cleaned off. Yes, it is the caulking. For the fur on his jacket, no, we are not using the caulking on his jacket. We use the caulking on his hat brim and his pom on his hat is what we're going to use that for.
We buy our baby wipes from
Sam's Club.
Sam's Club. When I'm out, I usually use my son's baby wipes. But just the Sam's Club brand. And I found that if you lightly sand your wood pieces before you use them, it doesn't fray your baby wipe as bad.
Oh, so you sand it before you do the painting?
I just super lightly, just so that it doesn't get caught
on the fibers.
The fibers, the glues from where if it's engraved or something.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So,
okay, so with her hair, I've got some in the score lines. I'm going to go back and clean those out with my straight pin. Either a push pin or any sharp object. You can use that to clean out those score lines. I've been seeing everyone's doing lots and lots of fall right now and some Christmas. I know there's a lot of people getting ready for some craft shows out there. Today I saw the cutest little Scarecrow Cafe sign. I loved it. And then I've been seeing some really neat Halloween stuff too. We're not huge into Halloween here, but there's a few things we like. I don't like to make it too scary because of my grands. I don't want to make it too scary for them, so.
Except Tegan likes scary.
That's true. Tegan does like.
She's not my kid. I don't know where she came from, but
she does like scary things, doesn't she?
She likes Goosebumps, the show, and she's all
I'm just gonna make sure I'm coloring the right side on his hat brim here. That's so funny. Hey Terry, how are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm glad you're here with us.
Ton found a scoring tool at the Dollar Tree.
Nice.
One skinny and one medium.
Oh, okay. Was it the pink ones, Ton? I think I saw those. Were they pink?
What even is a scoring tool?
It's anything that has a sharp tip that you can go and clean your things out with. Not sure if Ton heard me. I know there's a delay, so I'll wait.
There is a delay.
Okay.
Yes, she said.
Okay. I think I found those same ones, actually. I think. No, I didn't find that one. You know what I ended up finding? I found this one at the Dollar Tree that has, it's like the, I think think these are called embossing tools, and I use these to do polka dots. I was like, oh, that is the perfect piece for polka dots. So you can do real tiny ones or a fatter polka dot. That's what I picked up.
But a scoring tool like that would be awesome.
Yes.
Anytime we do paint parties, me and my mom, she loses her push pin every time.
I do. I lose it. You know why? Because they're clear.
Yeah.
I need to use color ones.
Like neon pink ones so you can't lose it.
Right. Okay, we're going to do his mustache. Let me get outside here.
You're so sweet, Ton. She's like, I'll bring you a couple on the 11th.
Aw, you're so sweet.
We'll have to bring something for you, too, then.
For sure. Oh, no.
We'll trade.
My mustache broke.
I got the pink ones from there. Elaine got the pink ones from there, too. Do they work well? I wonder if they work well.
My mustache broke.
Did it? Here, take mine.
Yeah. I think this is the old file. This is the old version.
Oh, yeah, because you left it.
Yeah.
Take mine. You can put
Yeah.
mine.
Okay. I'm going to paint this one. Yeah, we thickened up on the mustache. We thickened up the area here so it wouldn't break in half. So you shouldn't have to worry about that.
When we create new files, we usually cut them a good, what?
2 to 3 times. Yeah, easily. We do. We test our files over and over again. And, you know, if any of you are using our files and you find any issues, please point it out to us, and we will be more than happy to fix them and give you an updated one. How's your Amazon page coming along? Veronica's asking.
We need to, so we don't have enough followers for,
to do an affiliate
to
page.
to do a influencer page. But I am planning on doing our own on our website of just the links that we have for all of our stuff. But a good amount of our stuff kind of comes from the Dollar Tree, so I don't know how we're going to link those. But, we just have to continue to get new followers.
Yeah,
and
we gotta
we can
build our followers.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get there someday. That's not our goal.
No.
Our goal is to help you all out and help you learn and have fun at the same time and meet some new friends.
Yes.
We like meeting new friends.
Like Ton.
Like Ton, exactly. Okay, I'm going to set those pieces aside to dry.
Can you pass me the white?
Yes, I've got some white. Where'd it go? Here it is. See, I even misplaced my white paint. And we're going to do his beard. Is the wood y'all are using MDF? It is not. This is 1/8 inch Baltic birch. We use 1/8 inch birch. We were able to get a whole bunch of it right before right before things started shutting down, so we were able to stock up, thank goodness, because I've heard it's very hard to get wood right now. It's still hard. My husband was talking to one of his wood suppliers. My husband also does cabinetry, and they were saying that the product is there, they just don't have the truck drivers to get the product to the stores. So that is where the issue lies right now, because they get paid more money to run a produce product than they do to run a wood product. So
if you're in need of a job,
yeah, exactly.
That might be where you want to look.
Okay. Go back and clean up my edges. And again, I like to do this right after I paint. It just makes it clean up so much easier. And people have asked, do I worry about the char getting into the white? It doesn't bother me. It just makes it look more old world and rustic.
But if it bothers you, because
Yes.
sometimes it bothers me, because I don't know if you've figured it out yet, but my mom likes more rustic type things, and I definitely don't. But I go back and I wipe it off just really lightly with the same baby wipe, and it blends it in. So
Yeah.
you can do that too.
Yes. Or wait till it dries and then put another coat on of your base color, your white.
My white is turning out super light.
Yeah, it does. It turns out light. But we're going to go back and shade. It gets shaded with gray clouds. Okay.
My brother-in-law teaches truck driving, and he and the students that have graduated are staying on the road all the time. Oh, I'm sure.
I'll bet they are.
I could not do that job. I get tired driving to my mom's house, and she lives 7 minutes away, so I would not be a good truck driver. Where's your push bin?
If you find an Amazon substitution, I'd be interested. My Dollar Tree doesn't have a great selection. Yes, Veronica, we will definitely share if we find stuff on Amazon. We promise. Okay, I'm going to give this apron a quick sand just to see if I need to give it another coat of white. And I don't think I'm going to on mine because I do like that rustic look to it. So I'm just going to set these aside. I'll give them all a quick sanding here.
I think that's going to be my next question to everyone on our group.
What's that?
Who likes like the rustic style? Like, what's your style? Because I am interested to see like who.
Well, sure.
Like our followers, what they like.
Right. Yeah, because we want to create files that y'all are interested in. For sure.
But I still have to stay true to myself, too.
Yes, we do.
It is hard. It is tough. Yes, Ton, my babies are definitely here. They're downstairs with their daddy and grandpa.
And their papa.
Yeah, their papa. And, yeah, they're... it's probably my son that you hear. He's the loud one. My daughter's quiet. Probably reading a book.
She does like to read.
She loves reading.
Okay, let's get these a sand.
See, I like the muted. Tom says she likes rustic and more muted. I love muted colors. Earth tones are my jam. But my mom is all about, like, the more burlap and rustic, the better.
That's me.
I feel like you've always been like that, though.
I have.
But you know what? Grams is the same way. And I know Grams is on listening, so if she denies it, she's lying.
I don't know if she's on tonight.
She is.
Oh, she is?
She always listens.
Okay, I wasn't sure if she was on tonight.
She's a loyal listener.
A loyal listener, a loyal follower.
Yeah. Thanks, Grams.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a brush, and I'm going to do the solid colors. So I'm going to do a solid on his front of his coat, and then I'm going to do the solid on Mrs. Claus' collar. Oh, I bumped it. I'm sorry, guys. I need to come up with a new way to... No. It's fine right now. I'm good. Okay. I just had to straighten it out.
A better setup, for sure.
Yes.
Well, we didn't know how these tutorials would be. We didn't know if anyone would
enjoy them or not.
Enjoy them or be interested. So now that we know you guys do like them and use them, we probably need to get a better setup. We've had some really pretty setups in the past. Some jerry-rigged kind of setups.
Right? Exactly.
They worked.
They did work.
In the moment.
See? I lost my...
on there. She says, what?
Hello, Mom. Okay, see? I lost my push pin, y'all.
No, I have it.
Oh, okay. I lost it.
I have really big handled ones. That's probably what I need to give you.
Yeah, you probably do. You probably do. Okay. I'm gonna paint her color. I'm gonna get a thinner brush for this. And let's see.
You guys are so nice. They said the tutorials are the highlight of their week.
Oh, you are so sweet.
We like hearing it.
We do, for sure. All right, I'm going to try not to get any on her face because that's where her flesh tone's going to go. So I'm going to take my time and fill in this collar here. So what's everyone working on? What's on your craft table? Tell us what's on your craft table. Keeping you busy. My craft table looks like the craft room threw up on it.
No, not the craft room. More like Hobby Lobby meets
Right.
Joann's and Michael's and everything else.
It's funny. I have a friend, Denise, who I've talked about before. If she needs anything, she'll give me a ring. Do you have this? Before she runs over to the craft store. As a matter of fact, I do.
Anytime Tegan needs school stuff, like projects, she's all about it.
Oh, Elaine's working on stuffed pumpkins.
Ooh, fun. I've seen those sweater ones. Have you seen those sweater ones where they're covered in like if you go to the Goodwill and you get a sweater, you cover them. Oh,
yeah,
they're so cute. Or flannel shirts.
Yes, a flannel shirt one. That'd be cute.
Obsessed.
I actually picked up a couple of the Dollar Tree foam pumpkins a couple days ago because I found some real cute fabric at Walmart to do a fabric pumpkin. I want to give it a try.
Or even remember those Christmas pillows that you made?
Yes,
you had company
out of sweaters.
And you were like, I need to hurry up. I need to find some. And you just made some out of a sweater from Goodwill.
I did, but they turned out so cute.
They did. I wanted to steal them and see if you'd notice.
Okay, we're gonna
Tom's
let
working
her.
on a 24-inch baby onesie made out of a sheet of insulation foam board. Gotta see it. You gotta post a picture.
Is it for a baby shower? Are you going to a baby shower?
Oh, Veronica had a great idea.
To do what?
She said you need a little cork board block as your push pin docking station. I'm going to create one, and I'm going to call it push pin docking station.
That's hilarious.
That is a great idea. Or like, you know how sunglasses or glasses have the little string on it? And string to it.
That's hilarious.
That is a great idea.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Excuse me, my allergies. I stopped taking my allergy tablets, and my cough has returned, and now I've started taking allergy tablets again to get rid of the stinking cough. Okay, we're gonna do their faces.
It's for a friend's great grandbaby shower. Backdrop for the refreshments. Cute.
Oh, cute. Please be sure and post a picture.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
it.
I'm sure they're going to love it.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah, is it a boy or girl?
I feel like there's a lot of boys lately.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, your friends are all having boys.
Yes. Oh, the push pin.
It's right here.
We need multiple push pin dockings.
I think there's some in here, in this middle thing right there. There's one right there. There's a whole bunch.
I'm just trying to get it before it dries.
Okay. Let's paint his
That's
face.
the key to push pinning. Get it before it dries.
You don't need to worry about this overlapping because it's a piece that layers over the top of it. So it makes it nice and easy to paint. Okay. And Mrs. Claus.
Yep, see, look at, she said it was a boy.
It was a boy.
I need to
Must
go to
be
Vegas.
the year of boy. Must be the year for boys. Okay.
I think it is because when I was having Tegan, it was a bunch of girls, and even when I had Corbin, it was a bunch of boys.
Huh.
So Christine had a boy,
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, all of them. Hannah.
What is the baby shower theme? Are they doing a themed shower? Or is it just a...
This question's for you, Ton.
Yeah, it's for Ton.
Sorry.
I'm just curious. I used to do event planning a while back. I loved doing themed parties.
Well, you have two great grandbaby or grand.
I know.
So you can just
I can still do it.
do theirs. Because That's all you.
Just a boy shower, no theme. Oh, I bet it's still going to be adorable, especially with that backdrop you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're very lucky to have you doing that for them. Okie dokie. We're going to let the skin tone dry. Oh, your nephew had identical twin girls. Oh, they're so little. 3 pounds, 11 ounces, and 4 pounds. Congratulations, Brenda. That's pretty awesome. I hope they're healthy.
Tiny tinies.
I hope they're healthy.
Yes. They're probably still in the NICU, maybe. If they had them... Wait, when was it? Yesterday? Yeah, they're probably in the NICU.
Yeah. Aww.
We'll be praying for them.
Yes, for sure. We will be praying for them.
NICU babies are tough.
They are.
It's a tough thing to go through, for sure.
My grandson was a NICU baby.
And now he's so chunky and big that you would never imagine he was a NICU
right?
baby.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on her apron. So for her apron, we're going to use, I used forest wood on her pockets. I think, should I use the dark green all the way around on her pockets, you think, Case?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like... Oh, wait.
Or do you think I should go with this one, the evergreen?
Oh, I like the dark.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we're going to use the forest wood. We're going to use it for the shading on her collar and on her apron here.
Brenda said they're breathing on their own, which is awesome.
That is fantastic.
But they're in the NICU for the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be hard on Mama.
Oh, 100%.
Mama and Daddy. That's rough.
It's hard leaving the hospital. I think that was the hardest part.
Right.
Was leaving.
Okay. Let me get my paper towel over here. My wet paper towel. And we're going to start to do, shove all this stuff over. We're going to start to do some shading on the sides of her apron here.
What did you use for the face? We have, if you go on our website, all of the skin tones that we use are listed there. But it's,
hold on, I'll show it to
what
you.
color is
I'll
the
bring it up here.
foundation? Yeah.
I'll bring it up
The
here
lighter
for them.
skin tone.
Yeah, it's we had it it's a Sherwin-Williams color. We had it mixed in a Bear sample, but it's a Sherwin-Williams color, and it's called Playa Arenosa. And it's
Every time you say it, I think of Harry Potter.
I'm sorry.
I
It's
don't know why.
a SW9094. That's what we used.
I'm not even a Harry Potter fan, and I think of it as Harry Potter.
I've never seen Harry Potter movie.
I try to get through the first one, and I just can't. So if there's any Harry Potter freaks out there, I'm sorry, but I couldn't do it.
Okay, so I've got my small shading brush, and I've just gone ahead and dipped the toe in just to side load it a little bit, and we are going to give it some ombre. And to me, there's just not enough water in it there, so I'm going to get just a little bit more water, dab, and there we go. It's not as dark. And I'm going to go ahead and shade. Hold on. Get that out of the way. I'll go ahead and shade this area here. And it's just making a faint line just to give it some dimension. Okay? I just followed that score line. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side.
Leviosa, that's what it is. That's why I think of it. Good job. I don't know what the first part is, and I don't know where it came from, but it sounds like it's from Harry Potter. And Veronica's picking up on my vibes, so she knew what I was talking about.
She knew.
Yeah.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, and then I also want to do her collar. But you know what? It's not dry enough right here, so I can't sand it yet.
Hairdryer it.
I might have to hairdryer it, or I'm just going to let it sit. Let's go ahead and we'll start working on the plaid on the pockets. So to do the plaid on the pockets, I will use a very small squared brush. You could use something like this one or even smaller, and you can see it's just a squared brush. Okay?
I'm sure a detail brush would even work too.
It would, but this makes sure it keeps your lines nice and straight. And then what I like to do is I like to water down my color. Okay? Just like that. Go ahead and dry your brush off. And you're going to dip into that watered down color, not too much. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with, you can start with whatever stripe you want, but I usually like to start with the middle and then build off on each side from that. So I'm going to go ahead and test it on my paper here, and it's just very light. And I'm going to, just a real light. Because then we're going to go back and we're going to fill in those squares that overlap.
Hello, Shirley.
Hey, Shirley, welcome. I'm glad you're joining us tonight.
On this one, we decided to use the darker green. I say we, my mom asked me, and I actually like it.
You like the darker green?
I like the dark green, yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
And that was the forest wood one.
Yes, forest wood. Okay, so we've got our vertical stripes, and then we're going to go back and put in our horizontal stripes. And on this one, I'm probably only going to do a couple to overlap here. It doesn't look pretty now, but once we get in there and get some of that dark color, it's going to look good. Okay. You can hear the kids playing.
You can hear Corbin laughing.
So now I'm going to come back with my detail brush, one of these little fine detail brushes, and I'm going to grab some of this dark paint here. And anywhere that the stripes overlap each other, I'm going to paint just that square with the paint. I need to set this down so I have a steady hand here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So you can see where I painted that section that intersected on there. Getting a little tongue-tied.
I'm so behind.
That's okay.
You
can watch replay.
I need your Harry Potter color.
Oh, it's right here. No, it's right here. There you go.
That's what it's going to be called from now on.
The Harry Potter color.
Mm-hmm.
You can see we've got our checkers going on there. Is anybody else painting on these tonight? Or are you working on your other crafts that you got sitting on your craft table?
Or I'm getting tongue-tied. Or are you like my grandmother, Sharon Gus, who's sitting probably multitasking and watching it on our computer?
You might be. And if you goof, just get your baby wipe and just clean it up.
I can't understand you.
I'm sorry. If you goof, sorry, I was holding my brush in my mouth. Just use your baby wipe to clean it up. I like doing my plaids this way.
Doesn't going over those spots twice when you first painted the stripes make them darker? I think so.
It could. I like mine a little darker.
Yeah.
I do like mine a little darker.
I think that would be, that could be, definitely easier, I think,
yeah.
For sure.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and grab some of my white, and I'm going to do just some lines, some very light lines across just above it, like that. And in between. And then I'm also going to, now I'm going to water it down and then do a very faint white line across the darker green. And again, I like to test it on my hand because I don't want it too dark. Just very faint.
Dawn said she's wondering how steady her hand would be. You know, I think even these, like, I think even the pockets with a messy looking plaid would be super cute too.
Mm-hmm, it would be.
Because I feel like if it, if you give it kind of a watercolor kind of look,
mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be perfect.
Right.
You know? It's just how you can kind of get away with.
Okay, so you can see how
making it messy.
I did the plaid on them. Okay, so you can see that. All right, so we are pretty much done with this. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with some white and I'm going to do the shading technique, but we're actually going to add highlights along the sides here. And add some, and just kind of gives a little more dimension to that apron.
Rhonda with the H is on. That's who I call you, Rhonda. Rhonda Johnson.
Rhonda with an H.
Rhonda with the H. And then my mom without the H.
Rhonda without an H, yep. Okay, so our apron is done, except for the line work that we're going to go back with a Sharpie. But we're going to let this dry before we can do that. So we're going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and give their faces a little sanding.
Yes, Shirley. Next week is the Believe meter.
Yes.
I'm so glad you guys liked that one. I had
Yeah, we were worried about that one. We weren't sure if everyone would like it or not.
We were worried, but I was like, I mean, if they don't like it, I guess I kind of don't care because I do. I'll put it in my house. And it's like almost like a version of the Macy's. I don't know if you guys
yeah, it's the old Macy's meter.
It, but it's the old Macy's Believe meter.
Okay, let's start darkening, putting some shading on the Santa suit. So for the Santa suit and Mrs. Claus dress, we're going to use fired brick.
Oh, Ton, if you look on the back of your sandpaper, it will say the grit on it.
Yes, let me show you.
Just FYI. If you're ever confused, because I know it is confusing.
This is a 220 here, and it's for fine finishes.
She was just saying that she wished that there was a standard for color. I mean, you could do stock up on your own.
Yeah, I think every manufacturer is different as far as color goes.
Yeah, because this is 222 and this is tan or yellow. I agree though. I'm a color person too when it comes to things being the same and. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow those score lines like I always do.
Can you hand me the force wood when you get a chance?
Here you go. It's open, so be careful. And you just want to do anything on the outside here. That's what I like to do. You shade wherever you think shading needs to be done.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong with it.
You can't.
I mean, you kind of can, but you know what I mean.
Right. What do they call it? What did Bob Ross call them? Happy mistakes.
Happy accidents.
Or happy accidents. That's what it is. Happy accidents.
And the happy little trees. What is y'all's favorite Christmas movie?
Yes. Favorite Christmas movie,
What's
everyone?
yours? I think mine's The Family Stone. Me and Dad.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorites. But like for kids, like if our kids are watching, I love the Home Alone movies.
The Home Alone? Mm-hmm.
Those ones are good. Elf. Elf is such a good one.
Elf is a classic.
Elf is
I think we watch that every year, don't we?
It's a Wonderful Life. Isn't that yours or is that Dad's?
That's Dad's.
Dad.
Yes, my husband loves that movie. I like, I think it's called Holiday Inn or White Christmas. I think it's called Holiday Inn.
Christmas Story, yes.
That's a classic
That
too.
one is on. I think Dad has like some sleep bottoms that we got for him that have the leg
lamp.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so great. That one's like on repeat on Christmas Day all day.
It is. Okay, I'm going to work on his hat.
Painting these makes me ready for like the cold weather.
The cold weather. I know. Gosh, I can't wait for the cold weather.
See, I'm like Rhonda. Rhonda's like all of them. She can't
pick one
pick
movie.
a favorite. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I love all Christmas movies pretty much.
So, Rhonda, do you watch a Christmas movie every weekend, at least? And that's what we try to do. Well, the weekends that our husbands are off, because our husbands are firefighters. So, anytime they're home during the month of December, on the weekend, we try to get the family together and do something, whether it be building gingerbread houses.
We do have a gingerbread house competition.
We do.
Year.
Yes, we do our gingerbread
win
house.
every year. Not really. I like to think so.
So on Santa, you can see right here on his hat, I just shaded where that score line is underneath, and it just makes it look like that.
Laura has a leg lamp in her living room.
No way.
This is fantastic. Oh my gosh, that is so great. I want to see it.
Don't let my husband know. He'll be wanting me to get him one. That's fantastic.
Which one did he sit at the piano at the end clicking on the bells? What movie is that?
Oh,
Miracle
Scrooged?
Oh.
Is it Scrooged?
I don't know. I don't know. If it's an older one, I don't know. I have no idea.
Michelle says, I miss the leaves changing colors. Colorado only has one color, yellow. Oh, I'm so sorry. We do get beautiful trees out here in the fall, here in Georgia. Except this year I'm a little bit worried because even our oak, it dropped like all of its leaves early, and our ornamental cherry trees are dropping all their leaves. Bing Crosby. Yes, I love anything with Bing Crosby. It's a major award, you know. It is. It's fragile. Fragile. That's fantastic. Where did you even find that?
I know,
I'm just curious. And then we're going to go and shade around her collar and where her apron would come up against her shirt here.
My favorite part is when he's like, I can't put my arms down.
It is dry in Georgia this year. It is, Rhonda. Are you in Georgia? Just curious. What part of Georgia are you in? If you are.
She said she's asking if it is. So
Oh, I thought she was asking. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, is it dry? I'm
Yes.
sorry. Sorry. My old eyes read it differently.
I'm like, wait, am I reading this
No.
question right? Am I reading it right?
It's me. You know what? No, it is not dry in Georgia this year. We have had a ton of rain this year.
It's so humid, it's disgusting.
We have had a lot of rain this year.
I hate the humidity.
I'm not too sure why the trees are losing their leaves so early.
Maybe because it's our watercolor ones and they were like, we don't need any. We can just drop ours then, it won't matter. I was thinking try this. Yeah, we just have downpour. Yeah. Oh, Ton said she just had an hour ago it was raining. Wonder if it's gonna rain here. Since Tom's like,
Rhonda's in Minnesota. Oh, so you get those cold, brutal winters. Oy.
oh, I love it. I love being up there in the winter. It is so fun.
So she's losing leaves because of the dryness. She's probably saying, don't come winter too soon. Alrighty,
Where's
so
your
we're going to set
apron?
these apart. My apron is right here.
Thanks.
And then I'm also going to, on her her little bow for her hair, this center part here, even though I'm going to put a little palm on it, I'm going to go ahead and color it. And I'm just going to use the bottom of my paintbrush, dip it in, and dot around that just to fill it in. And we're going to set that aside to dry. Okay? Now we're going to move on to Santa's beard and Mrs. Claus' hair. This is gray clouds. We're going to do some shading with our gray clouds color. I'm going to move to a larger shader because I think it's going to work better for me. Blizzards are not fun. I'll bet they're not. It's probably scary to
See,
have a
I
blizzard.
went to, when I say fun, we went to Michigan one year for Christmas, and I had so much fun up there. When I don't know if this happens out where you are, but there was steam coming up from the, what are those things called?
Manhole?
Manholes, yes. And I thought that was just in like the movies. I did not realize that was a real thing, and I was just amazed by it.
That's funny.
My in-laws thought I was nuts.
I'm going to shade where his little brim is going to go on his hat.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's fantastic.
I like Ton and her little puns.
Yes, they're fantastic. And then I'm going to go around all of the beard here. I'm just going to do a light shade all around the beard. And then I'm going to go underneath the mustache part as well. Even though our mustache is going to go up there, we still want it to look like it's sitting above.
Smoke
And then-
on the water. Cool.
Ooh,
That's cool.
I'm on the Michigan-Indiana border.
And we get lake effect.
Oh.
What's lake effect snow?
I don't know.
That's so cool.
Laura, what is lake effect snow? You'll have to tell us what that is.
One year for Christmas, I got Rhonda's and Casey's husband's, Rhonda's son and my husband, a Red Ryder rifle. That's right, remember?
Yes, Red Ryder BB
And we
BB
shot
guns.
the BB guns outside in the backyard like the hillbillies we are.
It was fantastic.
It was so fun.
That was fun.
And then we got my 7-year-old daughter to join in on it. So she has a pink one. We just put up tin cans in the backyard and shoot them. It's pretty fun.
Now, if you get your color a little too dark, which I feel like I did on this gray, I'm just going to rub some of it off with my finger. Okay? I think that's perfect. And Mrs. Claus hair. So what you want to do is you want to do this part of her bun. Just kind of slope it up a little bit. to give her those little gray accents, like all grandmas need to have. I was just talking to Casey about all the gray hair I've got.
It looks good. I like it.
It's coming in.
It would look weird
if I didn't have it.
Kept dyeing it. Yeah, because it's like it's natural to get old, so just let it happen.
Let it happen, yeah.
You know? Botox can only take you so far.
And then I'm going to go back and put some of that gray around her face.
Okay, so Laura said the wind blows across the Great Lakes and makes snow on land for miles and lots of it.
Wow.
See, my in-laws live on a lake, Hummer Lake, actually.
Hummer Lake. Mm-hmm.
And they are in, what is it? What is it? I cannot think of the Brandon Ship or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember where they are.
I have no idea.
And Ortonville, that's what it is. Couldn't think of it. And it was so freaking cold up there, but I loved it. I know you guys who live up there probably think I'm crazy, but we're from California, so we don't get that. And we definitely don't get it out here in Georgia.
Mm-mm. Not at all. Don't need to worry about shading this because we're going to use our caulking on it. And you don't need to worry about shading the pom-pom ball because we're going to use caulking on that as well. But I am going to do his mustache. And for his mustache, I'm just going to do just the tops. This is kind of hard to hold. I would put it on a little piece of tape. It'd be easier to paint, but I'm just going to hold it so y'all can see it a little bit better. Okay?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So we are done with the gray. Oh, except for we do want to do this part. And I'm going to do the outer edges of his coat. I'm not going to worry about the center because it's pretty much going to be covered with that buckle.
Laura wears shorts when it's 40 degrees. Dear
Laura.
Lord. You totally make fun of me then because I get cold way too easily. Maybe I can't handle it up there.
40 degrees in shorts. Oh gosh, we break out the coats here. 40 degrees. Y'all are laughing at us, I'm sure.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm sure they were laughing at us in our snow apocalypse that one year, remember?
Yeah. So, you can see he's all dried, but I can see that there's some lines here on him. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back with a wet paintbrush to just kind of blend some of those lines. And see how it looks after it dries. Alrighty. It's all dry. So now what we want to do is we want to go back and give a little bit of shading on their faces, and we're also going to do her little cheeks. So for shading, the color I use, it's just a tad bit darker. It's called Beige Intenso. This actually is a Sherwin-Williams color as well. It's 9096, I think. But it's also on our website. You can find it.
That one is?
It should be, yes.
If it's not, I will
If it's
add
not,
it.
we will get it added.
And I update our main paint sheet if we ever add colors. And I put the updated date on there too. So if you guys need it, or you want to know if it's the most recent, you can see the date on there that I updated it.
Alright, so what I really want to get is mostly this area down here.
Ton is in flannel PJs at 60 degrees. I am right there with you.
I don't think I can do flannel at 60 degrees. I think I need it a little bit cooler than that. And then on Santa, we're going to go ahead and do this area and the sides for him. Because Santa's not going to get cheeks, Mrs. Claus does. Although if you wanted Santa to have cheeks, then hey, put them on him. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of the side on her. Cute.
Really?
What? I'm sorry. Did I fling water? I'm sorry. She was looking at Santa's second layer laying on the white paper. Oh. Is this the one she was looking at here? Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. So I'm going to let her sides dry a little more before we even attempt any cheeks on her. Oh, we need to go back and put...
Where's my plaid?
We need to go back. Let me see. Good job. Your plaid looks amazing. Can I have that green back, please? That forest wood. I need to shade her collar.
Oh, right here.
I forgot to shade Mrs. Claus' collar a little bit.
Here's your... Then I need the dark red that I used for shading.
It's open. There you go.
Gracias. Do you sand their faces down?
I do. Yes, I sand the faces down. Okay. I'm going to go along the top of her collar here. And I'm only doing this because I just kind of want it to coordinate with her little apron. Just oh so lightly. Just very lightly. And you know what else we've got to paint? We've got to paint these little guys here.
I was thinking that, but I
totally forgot those. So I'm going to use this and give it a paint. These we're probably going to want to sand. Actually, I'm going to use my wipey just to make them lighter because I'm going to go back and darken them with this color as well. So we'll put it on and then we'll wipe it off. And grab some of that red. Oh! Good Lord. That kind of looks cool, actually. I kind of like that. Let me find that white on here. I'm just going to do the tips of my holly.
See, some of the best things come from
accidents.
So that's why
that.
Bob Ross says, happy little accidents.
Yes, for sure. I do. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Ton, we're going to just have to make you a CD of just the swoosh, swoosh, and the tap, tap, tap that Mom has. That Mom does when she does her brushes.
Alrighty, y'all. For Mrs. Claus, I'm going to start, actually I want to go ahead and start gluing her together so I know that her cheeks are placed correctly. Stick Fast Instant Adhesive Glue in the thick. And you don't need a lot of it. I just dot it on my pieces. Just make sure everything is lined up. And then we're going to do the same with her apron. And the apron I line up on the bottom of her dress. So these little pieces do stick up here. What type of wood do you use? Brenda, we like to use 1/8 inch Baltic birch. I know there's a lot of people out there that like to use the MDF. I just don't like what the MDF does to my laser. That's one of the reasons I don't like to use it. It definitely gunks it up.
I mean, I feel like they both kind of do in their own ways.
Yes, they do.
I also like the look of
The
birch, like the grain.
The wood grain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's our style. We like to be able to see the grain.
Yeah. That's about as rustic as I'll get.
Make sure we're good there.
Amy Price. I will post a link for the glue that we use. It's really awesome. Just watch out for your fingers.
Yes, keep your fingers out of the way.
But I've posted on it before. I think it was the last live, maybe. Can't remember. But see, this is when an Amazon influencer account would,
Right?
Well, we're just not cool enough.
We're not cool enough yet. And then this piece right here. And we're going to go back and put some of that dimension on these pieces here. And just make sure I'm lined up. We're looking good. And Santa's mustache. Oop. There we go. It's looking good. Okay, so for Santa's belt, we used a luggage buckle. These are from Amazon. Casey put the link there for y'all. And what we did was we cut this buckle. It's not exactly in half. It's a little over halfway on this end. It's almost halfway, but not quite. But what you're going to do is you're going to cut your buckle. I can measure that. Should I measure it and tell them how far in they need to go, or just have them test it? If I can get the measurements for you, but anyways, you're gonna cut your buckle, okay? So you have the two pieces, and what you want to do is you want to buckle it together at the first hole. That way it fits. This way. That way it fits on your Santa. And this gets hot glued down. And then we'll go back and trim the sides off of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue on here. Just be careful when you're placing it on there. And I go just a little bit above the bottom of his suit. How fun is that? So cute. It's funny because I don't remember what Casey and I were looking at. I saw these on Amazon, and that's the first thing I thought of was a Santa's belt. Yeah, as soon as I saw them. Casey's like, what?
She's like, just create it and I'll show you.
I'll show you. Now I'm going to go back and give it a trim.
What material is the belt made out of? It's like a leather.
It's leather. It's probably a faux leather.
Yeah. I don't think they'd be that price if they were real.
No. Mm-mm.
But it's like a faux leather.
It's like a faux leather.
It's actually pretty nice material.
It is a nice belt.
It's not a cheap.
I think it's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun. So now we're going to go ahead and do this part here, which is the We're going to use our caulking. And I'm just going to use the tube as my applicator, and then I'm going to go back with my brush if I need to fill in any of the spots. So you're just going to squeeze it out of your tube and just start pouncing it onto your wood. And you'll see that it's getting all that texture on there for you. And if you don't quite get to the edge, don't worry. You can go back with your brush and get that. And like Ton mentioned earlier, you could even do this if you wanted to do it on Santa's coat. But it might make it a little hard to glue that belt down if this is down there.
You probably have to do that belt first. Would a skinny cat collar work? I think it might be too big.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. We're a dog family, so I really don't know what size cat collars are.
So now what I'm going to do, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go back and along the edges here, I'm just going to kind of swirl it up onto those points on his hat.
But you know what, Ton? If you are looking for some, I can bring you some on the 11th.
Yes, we can. We got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. You just tell us.
Let me know how many you need. Yeah, if anybody ever comes to Georgia, we'd love to meet you.
Oh my gosh.
Just give us
Ton, it's like crack up.
Give us a heads up.
She said that
what?
She's a dust bunny family and with a wink face. You know, I'm a dog family, but we have some dog fur that if you added it all up, it could make a whole other animal.
Right. There you go. Yeah, we have a shepherd, so
yeah.
If that's any indication of how much dog hair we have, my mom always says when she goes home, she takes my dog with her.
Yeah. Or at least half of him.
Right? Okay, let me clean this off. That's all we're going to need that for. And you're going to want to let this sit and dry for 24 hours. And still be very gentle with it tomorrow. Give it a couple days to make sure it sets well. How fun is that? All that texture. Isn't that fun?
I love it.
I just love it. So, so fun. Now we're going to do his eyeballs. I'm going to use the embossing tool that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I was showing Ton earlier. I wasn't sure if all of you were on, but it has a thick ball at one end and a thin ball at the other. And we're going to go ahead and use the thicker ball and use some black paint to do his eyes. I will test this. I usually like to test it to make sure it looks okay, because once you get it on there, you don't want to goof. And just wherever you want his eyes. Make sure I'm going to tilt him up towards me.
I need to bring my own brushes over here.
There we go. How fun is that? How cute is Santa? I just love him. He's so fun and cute. Okay, we're going to set him, I'm going to set him far away so he can dry. So I'm going to set him behind me. That way he doesn't get bumped. Now on to Mrs. Claus. So for Mrs. Claus, her little holly, we have it kind of off to the side here. So I'm going to glue this down. Thank you, Ton. I'm glad you like it. It is so cute. I just love them.
She can't wait for the glasses. The glasses, I think, are my favorite part, too.
Yes, the glasses are fun. If you get too much glue on your wood, I'll just pounce it onto a paper towel to get some of it off.
What part of Georgia are we in? We are in Woodstock, Georgia.
Woodstock, Georgia. We are about 45 minutes to an hour, 45 minutes north.
I don't drive to Atlanta.
West of Atlanta. We're in the suburbs of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what I did for Mrs. Claus, because I like the shininess of these. Right now, in fact, at Hobby Lobby, you can pick up these little, it's like a pack of these pom-poms, and it has all different sizes in it. And I even think the Dollar Tree might even carry these as well, but I think I got these at Hobby Lobby last year on clearance. And I just grabbed the real tiny little pom out of here, and if you've got any real long ones like that, you can just give it a little trim so it's not like a wild hair. And I'm going to use my glue gun, and I'm going to glue it right into the center of her berry.
Evans, Georgia? Where's Evans, Georgia?
Not sure. Claudia?
I've done calligraphy on envelopes for Evans,
Which part of Georgia is Evans, Georgia? Where are you in relations to Atlanta?
I love Ton. She is just
What'd she say?
a crack up. You can put that wild hair on her chin.
Ton, you are a hoot.
She is on point today.
Augusta. Okay.
Oh yeah, Augusta.
I know where Augusta is. Mm-hmm.
That's not
I
too,
think
too,
you are,
I mean, it's a few hours.
You're definitely east of us.
Yeah.
We're in Cherokee County. So I'm not sure if you have a county map and know where that's at.
We're more towards like Tennessee, like up that way,
Right.
Georgia.
So for Mrs. Claus cheeks, I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. Again, love my Dollar Tree. And the reason I picked up this eyeshadow set is because of all the different pinks and the brown colors. I thought these would be perfect on different skin tones, and they just go with a lot. So I am using this for the cheeks. Again, these are the eyeshadow applicators from the Dollar Tree. I'm not using the applicator that came with it because I think it was like a little tiny brush and I didn't like it. So I'm using the Dollar Tree eyeshadow applicators. And I am going to, I've been doing Fall Girls. So I'm going to make sure that's off of there. So for Mrs. Claus cheeks,
Alma, Georgia.
I don't even know where Alma is.
I've never heard of that one. I've heard of Evans, not Alma.
I've not heard of
I didn't know we had so many Georgia people on here.
That's awesome. I think that's cool. It'd be fun if we could do a meet and greet.
Oh my gosh.
Get everyone together. That would be so much fun. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a circular motion to get her cheeks on there. And at first, it's very, very faint, but you'd want to build on that. You don't want it to be overpowering in the beginning. You just want to build on that. Otherwise, you could have a mess on your hands.
Then she... Oh.
What'd she say?
No, I'm just thinking in my head. Yeah, nothing.
Not appropriate, Casey?
Probably not. Too much makeup, you know. I end up stopping at the Dollar Tree every week after church. You know, you sound like my mother. She
You know what?
stops there all the time.
There's actually a Dollar Tree and stuff. It's a pretty nice one, right next door to my grocery store, right next door to my Publix shopping center. So anytime I have to run into Publix, of course I have to make a stop in a Dollar Tree.
Naturally.
You never know what they're going to have. So now, before I put her eyes on, I'm going to make her glasses, okay? Because I don't know where I want to put her eyeballs yet. So for her glasses, you can grab any of your
Bigger,
thicker paintbrush ends and use those. So as you can see on the ones that I made, I probably made it probably about that high on here. So you're going to hold your wire. Actually, I'm going to make it longer. Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong end of the wire. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting wires.
And we don't know.
I'm getting my wires crossed.
We don't know what gauge that wire is either.
I don't. It's just, it's very, very thin.
Mm-hmm. You really use any
Yeah,
wire.
you could use any gauge wire. And because this is so thin, I'm actually going to do 2 circles on each side for her glasses. So you want to have a tail on one side, okay? It's a pretty good tail. It's about 3.5, 4 inches long. And what you were going to do is you're going to make your circles. So you're going to go around it twice. 1. And 2. Okay. And I'm going to slide it off of there. You can see her. We've got the starts of it. And then you want to make sure you have a bridge on her glasses here. So you want to make sure that bridge is there. And then start your next circle just on the other side of that bridge. 1 and 2. Hopefully it's, yeah.
Tom says she blames it on you why she goes to the Dollar Tree.
That's okay. And then shape your glasses to whatever shape you want. And then I'm going to trim them right up next to the circle. I don't have any arms of the glasses hanging out. So I'm going to give that a little trim. And just bend it a little bit. Use this. It's hard to do this on camera, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. And then on this side, we're going to trim it also. It's always so much easier when you can have it right at your face when you're working on it. And you know what? If they're not perfect, you don't need to worry about that. They don't have to be perfect. Bend this up a little bit right here.
Unless you're OCD.
Yeah, that's true. So for this, I use to glue it on because the glue, the hot glue doesn't hold it down very well. So what I did, I figured out where the glasses are sitting down below, and I'm going to put my glue down here. And it dries. You don't have to put a ton of it on. Just put it just on the bottom layers of your glasses. Don't do it on the top, but on the bottom layer. Oop, see, that was too much. On the bottom layer here. And then you're just going to lay your glasses. And if it's too much, just get some of it off with your finger. And then I'm going to let those sit and rest on her face.
Well, hurry up and take your fingers off.
Right, take your fingers off. You probably could put a little, I'll see they're sticking to my fingers. You probably could put a little dot of hot glue. I'm going to grab a toothpick, y'all.
Tweezers.
Yes. There you go, Casey. You mean the tweezers I picked up at the Dollar Tree?
Yeah.
They actually do have a set of tweezers at the Dollar Tree. There we go. So now they're gonna, and if you see any glue seeping out, so we're just gonna let those sit, okay? And then just add her little polka dots in her eyes. And that's Mrs. Claus. How easy was that, y'all? We'll go ahead and put her polka dots on her eyes.
Hello, Elizabeth. You're not late.
That's okay, Elizabeth. You can watch the replay. That's
Yes.
the beauty of this. We know not everybody can come on to, excuse me, at the same time we do. There you go. How fun is that? That's not the one we did tonight, but let me grab Mr. Claus back here. He's hiding out. And there we go. There's Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You can see those. He's gonna, like I said, let him sit for 24 hours so that he can dry. And then the one last thing that we need to do on Mrs. Claus is to get a fine tip Sharpie. So I think you can even find these at the Dollar Tree as well, but it's the extra fine tip. And we're going to do little stitch marks on her collar. Just little stitch marks around her collar. It's just the details. I call this the icing on the cake.
You know, that's
or the sprinkles.
That's what Ton said.
Yeah, the icing.
Did she? The icing on the cake.
There you go. See, we are kindred spirits. And then around her apron, I'm not going to do the stitch line. I'm going to do kind of a messy line. And then it's where you kind of just let your thing just glide and pick it up. This is the part Casey, I'm sure, doesn't like because this isn't her style. But this is old school, how they would make the messy lines.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't mind that.
I
would rather have that than rustic.
Yeah.
So.
So there you have it. Okay.
Is it Lisa? I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. I like the way it's spelled. But she said, have you tried to make ornaments out of these?
No, but that's a great idea.
Super cute.
That would be a super cute. I think that's a fantastic idea, Lisa. We definitely want to try something like that. That would be fun. Next week, we are going to do, we're going to do the Believe meter next week. And I think I need to raise my phone up a little here. There we go. We're going to do the Believe meter for next week. And I don't know if you can tell, but this has a little bit of iridescent on it. It's got the sparkles as it gets over to the Believe part. We even have a little bit of iridescent on the gold part. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but we did. Casey's going to put all of the supplies together for this.
The colors are
next week.
The
colors are posted? Okay. And then if you are going to be running to a Dollar Tree, pick up in the crafting department. We use these to color some of the gears, but they're the Crafter's Square metallic markers.
I didn't like them.
Okay, Casey didn't like them. They worked for me, so you can use.
Depends on what kind of metallic you're going for.
Yeah, it does. We were going for shiny, so it works for me. But you can pick these up if you don't want to go out and spend the money on some metallic paint. You can absolutely pick up these markers. They have them in silver, they have them in a copper, they have them in gold. Okay? So, all right, I'm going to put you back down. And then the week after that, we are going to do the cookies, right? Is that the...
Yes.
The 7th? Is that the 7th? I can't remember. Sorry, my face is getting flushed in here. I had to turn off the ceiling fan, so my face is getting a little overheated. Elaine, have you used the pens before? I love these pens. You know which ones I love to use also from them? The white. Oh gosh, I just love. I don't know if this is it. Yeah, it's the ornament ball markers. They put these out every year at Christmas. Stock up on them if you see them. They're perfect on any of your darker colors for doing writing, any of those hash. A lot of people are doing that, the messy, like, what is that called? Swiping white on there. I can't even think of what it's called. I think it's like highlights. That's what it's like. That is a lot of greenery behind me. That is that is my greenery wall, actually.
She's actually sitting in a tiny bowl is what it looks like.
This is my wall of greenery. So we went to IKEA and bought a bunch of bins. Casey's like, it's too much.
It's way too much. It stresses me out.
It stresses. We're completely different that way. But anyways, it's all my greenery. So I've got a fall section up here. I've got a Christmas section up here. I've got my spring and summer. So I like it. It's fun for me. What else? Anybody else have any questions? I think that's it.
Ton asked, how many sheets of wood? It depends on what you're using, but if you have a glow forge,
yes,
it's 2.
It's 2 sheets of wood on the glow forge. We tried to make sure that it would fit on 2 sheets of wood on the glow forge, and it is 4 layers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is 4 layers, but not 4 solid layers. You've got pieces that layer on this one. Okay, and this part does not move. You get to place this wherever you want. If anyone can figure out how to make that move and show us how to do it, we'd love that. we tried to figure it out. We just couldn't figure it out. But so yeah, so that's it. I hope y'all have had a good night. We definitely went over tonight. It was an hour and a half, and I do apologize. I never would have gone that far over, but painting 2 pieces, that happens. But I hope you all have a wonderful night. Casey, do you want to come over and say hey to anybody?
No.
No? She's being shy.
I don't like going in front of a camera.
She's being shy.
Next time I
Next
will.
time, okay. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you for joining us tonight. Spread the nectar with all of your friends. If they want to learn how to paint, we'd love to have them come join us. And hugs to you all. God bless you. Bye-bye.